And now, the starter from LA Clippers. At the shooting guard position, at 6'3", number 8, Chris Dunn. At small forward, 6 feet 4 inches, number 24, Norman Powell. At center, 7 foot, number 40, Ivica Zubac. At forward, 6'7", number 2, Kawhi Leonard. At the other guard position, standing 6'5", number 1, James Harden.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Anthony Davis.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games. And he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Now, look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Spencer Dinwiddie. Daniel Gafford is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Thompson, and it's Washington in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, we'll see Powell and Leonard playing the forward spots. Chris Dunn is out there with Harden, and it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now, here is Harden. Pass to Powell. Zubac, a screen on Washington. It's Powell with the drive. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And what a new era for the Clippers, Greg, playing here in their own arena, the Intuit Dome.
Yeah, no more sharing, right? No more covering up Laker banners. It feels like the Clippers are on their own 2 feet now. This was the goal for the ownership group, and they made it happen.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Well, one thing there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting. What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Done outside. Back to Harden. Pass to Zubac. It's rebounded by Dallas. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
Well, so many of their problems stem from turnovers. They simply could not take care of the ball, and it cost them in that matchup.
And the basket is good.
Oh, my goodness. What a gritty finish from Zubac. Big fella. Okay.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, a bit ago, Teron Lue and I were able to chat. Coach said how much he admires Klay Thompson, saying That guy is a champion. Coming back from 2 years away, Thompson's still one of the best two-way guards in the league. Nothing but respect for play, and there's zero argument here. Thompson surely a future Hall of Famer. Guys?
Thank you, David. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Back to Leonard. Harden scanning the floor. 5 to shoot. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
You never see James Harden get sped up by a dwindling shot clock. He understands how much time he has to make a play.
Here's Dinwiddie. Great that time from Leonard.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
And it's good for 2.
Wow, with contact in the restricted area, Norman Powell, pretty play.
Dinwiddie passes to Washington. And it's Davis at the elbow. Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Powell heading to the hoop. And the dunk by Powell.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. 4-point game. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And sometimes you can make a few plays here and there, but never get into a real rhythm. That's what happened to them in that game.
I'll tell you, that's a great way to put it, because I thought they were all over the place. They never settled into any kind of rhythm.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Thompson. Breaking down his play since the All-Star break. He's averaging 15 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
And that's a shot Davis will make 10 out of 10 times. He's just so strong inside.
Harden kicks to Zubac. Pass to Gunn. Here's Powell. Last game out, he had 14. Leonard. Rebounded by Gafford.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And he'll get ahead of steam when there's that much of a lane. You can't get in AD's way.
Clippers with the ball. Following the score by Dallas. Dunn kicks to Harden. A three-pointer off the mark. The Mavericks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Now here is Davis. He's got 6. Dallas moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. For the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. And talk about victors and guys who play to their strength. What about Zubac? He does a great job.
He does, Kevin. A 7-footer who wants to play like a 7-footer. He's an outstanding rebounder. He doesn't need the ball offensively. You know he's going to show up and give a great effort every night. Powell can really shoot it from 3. That's a great possession for this team.
Outside, Davis. And Thompson kicks to Washington. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
The Mavericks pull it in. Davis dishes to Dinwiddie. Thompson sets the pick for Dinwiddie. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Dunn. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Back to Harden. Leonard against Davis. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on Davis. Doris, with what he's done in the NBA, Kawhi Leonard seems to be a lock for the Hall of Fame.
I agree, Kevin, and the reason is he's got a couple of championships under his belt. More importantly, he's got individual awards, All-NBA, Defensive Player of the Year. And he's been able, in the most leveraged moments of a season, to be the focal point for his team, and that's a big driver of Hall of Fame status.
Free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. What should we, Doris, expect from these teams as they face each other for the second time in a row?
Well, first I want to make the point that coaches love this scheduling tweak that the league has made. Number one, it simulates a playoff environment. The feel-out game is over. You know how they're going to attack you and vice versa. So now it's about the adjustments.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants to talk to his guy. We've got a second, so we'll bring up a list of shooting guards that have been red hot at the free throw line over the past month. Klay Thompson, number 1.
You know, he's just the guy you do not want to send to the line. I mean, defenders always have to think twice about initiating contact with him because of that percentage.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Pass to Davis. Over Jones. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Powell, the pass to Leonard. Over Christie. And it's Leonard missing. And it's Davis with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 2. Pass to Dinwiddie. Davis with a screen on Zubac. Dinwiddie wide open. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Harden the pass to Zubac. Outside, Jones. Christie against Powell. Up top, Zubac. 6 to shoot. Here's Harden. Banked in off the glass. Harden's got his second bucket tonight.
James Harden has made a living out of tough shot making. And I'll tell you, the defense pretty good right there. James Harden just better.
Pass to Christie. Davis against Jones. Shot from 16. That's good from Davis on the assist by Christie. Davis has got 8.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Harden finds Zubac. And here's Leonard. From outside the arc. Dinwiddie with the rebound.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for James Harden. And he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint. He misses the free throw. Simmons checked in for the Clippers. He hits the second from the line. The Clippers in the lead. To the paint. It's tipped. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, has great hands. P.J. can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
David, there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time. Now Powell, after the missed three from Klay Thompson. 4 on the clock. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
See, the athleticism of Norman Powell is a problem. This guy understands how to get defenders committed to him.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Right away, they showed us they weren't going to shy away from the mid-range game, and it's proven to be an effective tool for them.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
That free throw, no good. Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
Good on the second free throw.
What you love about Norman Powell historically is he knows his role is professional scorer.
And here is Williams. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
Yeah, easy call.
James Harden, first personal foul. Second team foul.
Dallas shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Williams shooting 2.
And that one falls for Williams. That one drops. He ties it up.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Pass to Powell. Outside, Jones. Now here's Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Leonard draws the double. Here's Powell. Rebound by Marshall. Mavericks have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Pass to Lively. Here's Thompson. Drills the three-pointer. Thompson's got 6 points.
And Thompson thrives in those catch-and-shoot situations.
Outside Leonard. Back to Harden. Simmons sets a screen for Harden. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Harden's got the game tied up here for the Clippers. And it's Williams with the ball for the Mavericks. Pass to Marshall. And the shot no good, a bit short. LA has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Back to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. Simmons sets a screen for Harden. And Simmons kicks to Harden. Here's Leonard, defended by Christie. Jones from outside. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Marshall passes to Lively. Pass to Thompson. Williams looking around. Here's Christie. No good with the triple. Harden outside. Here's Leonard. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
The Clippers trail. Outside, Jones. Harden the pass to Leonard. Lets the three fly. And James Harden, good for 3. 10 points for him.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Williams kicks to Thompson. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for Harden. Amir Coffey comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Bogdanovich in for Powell. Washington's checked in for the Mavericks. Now, here's Bogdanovich. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch. And that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
There's 39 seconds left in the first. Here's Coffey. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Christie. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Simmons with it. Nothing on the board. Jones with the screen on Williams. And here's Simmons for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers lead by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
Here's Williams. Jones and Zubac make up the 4 and the 5. And Simmons is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Coffey in at the small forward. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Here's Lively. Right wing. Simmons against Williams. Over Simmons. And it's good off the back rim and in. Williams has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Dallas. And when we talk about players with great upside, Derek Lively.
Goodness, Ben Simmons, unreal.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Williams. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Rule adjustments, Doris, regarding the rip-through move. Do you think those have been effective?
Kevin, I certainly think we've taken a step in the right direction. We have got to give the defense more of a chance at this point, and the idea that you don't get shots on the rip-through is important.
first one falls for him. Los Angeles making a switch here. Dunn's checked in. And Williams drops them both. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Dunn outside. Pass to Coffee. Back to Dunn. They set the screen. With some arc. The shot's good. Dunn's got his first basket of the night.
That's unblockable, that floater. One of the many shots in Dunn's arsenal.
Washington against Jones. It's Williams, high post. He's got 6. And the rejection by Zubac. And he's able to get it back. Shot clock at 3. Second shot opportunity. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
Down low. Here's Jones. A rebound by Washington.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Williams against Dunn. Lively sets a screen for Williams. Over Dunn. It's hauled in by Dunn.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Now here's Dunn. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Bogdanovich. Zubac kicks to Bogdanovich. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Bogdanovich has got his first points in this one. Mavericks trailed by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Here they are,
Here we are, 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. You take a look at the Clippers. Right now, the 6th best record in the conference, looking to hold on to playoff position and finish the regular season strong. And, of course, there's the Mavericks, just a few spots below there.
You know, right now, Dallas, they haven't had the great season that some were expecting, but it hasn't been a disaster. They just need a few things to go right for them down the stretch.
It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some momentum, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
Zubac against Lively. Pass to Williams. Puts it up. Dallas again missing. Clippers leading by 3. Bounce pass, Bogdanovich. Dunn, wide open, he fires. Oh, good on the triple. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Christie kicks to Williams. Washington against Jones. Now, here's Washington. Not a lot of room to stop the drought. Marshall can't hit. Clippers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Inside, it's picked off. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Washington, and then Washington with the dunk.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
And the call will be against Najee Marshall. That is his first foul of the game. Leonard, he's checked in for Amir Coffey. The Mavericks also with a sub. Martin's checked in. Mavericks on D. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Here's Leonard. It's rebounded by Dallas. here's Marshall. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Williams passes to Martin, and the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Jarek Lively. Davis comes in for Caleb Martin. And it's Hardy in for Williams. Now here's Hardy. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Clippers.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
Leonard with the bucket.
Now, the mid-range is certainly the area that he is most comfortable. Kawhi Leonard, that's where he started, folks.
Hardy passes to Davis. And they double up Davis. At the top of the key, Gafford knocks it loose. And stolen by Leonard. Over Marshall. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Drains the three-pointer. Bogdanovich has got 5 now.
And with Bogdanovich is that well set up, he's almost automatic. Nice shot.
Pass to Marshall. Davis with a screen on Leonard. Down low. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here's Dunn. 9 points last game out. Zubac's with it. Shoots over Gafford. Zubac's no good. Mavericks trail by 4. And here is Marshall. Still scoreless. Pass to Christie. Christie with the screen on Dunn. To the paint. Shots good by Gafford.
Boy, there was some contact there, but Gafford able to use his size to finish.
Dunn outside. Clippers moving the ball around. Leonard battling for 2.
They keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now here's Hardy. Dunn covering. Here's Gafford. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Gafford's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Zubac's in the post. Gafford's there. Zubac's in the post. Covered by Gafford. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Buries the long-range jumper. 8 points for him.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Christie against Bogdanovich. Pass to Hardy from the arc.
Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And Los Angeles with some changes. And Simmons, he's checked in for Zubac. And it's James Harden in for Bogdanovich. Then for the Mavericks, Washington's checked in for Najee Marshall. Klay Thompson comes in for Christie. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Hardy. Now here's Leonard. 20-point game for him in the win against Dallas.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
Here's Gafford. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Got a piece of it. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And with all the different things he does, you expect AD to put up points every night. He's a lot to handle.
And as James Harden enters his mid-30s, Doris, he's still able to put his fingerprints all over a game.
It's so true, Kevin. Rumors of his supposed demise have been greatly exaggerated. This guy's able to create shots for himself and his teammates at an elite level.
Harden against Dinwiddie. Harden dishes to Dunn. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots it. And he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in. And the Clippers lead by 4. Outside, Davis. Washington kicks to Thompson. Another three for Dallas.
Arguably the smoothest jumper in the game, Klay Thompson.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Simmons passes to Harden. A 3-ball. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Jones against Davis. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Thompson's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Mavs. Leonard against Washington. Harden outside. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Done outside. Jones looking for an opening. Harden gets the bucket.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for Dallas. They trail by 1. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Dunn's got his 4th rebound in this one. 1:15 left in the second quarter. Pass to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Dunn up top. Hands the shot with nobody near him. Dunn's got 6.
Well, just nice to see the time spent in the gym by Chris Dunn coming to fruition on that jumper.
Here's Thompson. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. LA's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Jones finds Harden. 36 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And Simmons slams it in.
This close to the rim, Ben Simmons just leaves, no doubt.
Mavericks trail by 3. Dinwiddie outside. On the wing, Davis, defended by Jones. Davis inside, working on Jones. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
And really one of the most challenging covers in our game. Davis, hard to guard given how versatile he is.
The Mavericks have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
That free throw missing.
And one of the best big men in the game, Davis continuing to prove how dominant he is.
And he sinks the second.
And when healthy, Davis remains an absolute force in this league on both sides of the ball.
Here's Leonard. Pass to Harden. From past the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. Harden's got 16 points. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Here with Ty Lue, good rhythm for your offense in the first half. What did you like about the start?
Moving the basketball, taking the right shot, making the right play. We make the extra pass, we're a tough team to beat.
And you were sure tough in the first half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Hey, everybody. I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings.
Look here now, the Mavericks. They've played okay, but unfortunately, that's not getting you into the playoffs. They were hoping to take the next step this year. That led to a lot of frustration for everybody. Their fans are hangry. They wanted to eat.
And as for our game here, we have to talk about James Harden. That was quite a first-half performance.
Sometimes, Ernie, I watch this guy, and I'm just in awe of James Harden. He could do so many things on the floor. And the way he dices up the defense, man, watching him play is like watching a work of art.
I'll say. And you did a great job of painting that picture.
Man, this guy is a new age. You know what I'm going to call him now?
Hold on. I'm laughing at my own joke.
Okay.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Here's Dinwiddie. Hasn't made one yet. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. They've got Daniel Gafford. Anthony Davis is out there with P.J. Washington. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Thompson in at the 2. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Then this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Dunn finds Zubac. Now Harden, Dinwiddie covering. Dinwiddie against Harden, scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
James Harden simply stated is putting it to the defense right now. Somebody has got to step up and get the ball out of his hands.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on James Harden.
Clearly a foul.
The Mavericks have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
One thing you have to love about Spencer Dinwiddie is his confidence. Here's a guy who knows he belongs and he's proving it with his play night after night.
And both free throws good for Dinwiddie.
Spencer Dinwiddie, one of those players that seems to have improved with every passing season. And his numbers back that up. This guy just keeps getting better.
Harden the pass to Zubac. Done against Thompson. 5 on the clock. Zubac a screen on Thompson. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got his 5th rebound in this one. Davis down low. He's covered by Leonard. And they double up Davis. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
Gafford passes to Dinwiddie. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Davis. Pass to Washington. Davis surveying the floor. Davis sets a screen. Here's Dinwiddie. Tries yet again. Gafford kicks to Washington. Dallas no good that time either.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Done outside. Powell finds Zubac. Screen by Zubac. The Mavericks pull it in. Gafford's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Well, Daniel Gafford has carved out Doris a role in this league with his hustle, his intensity, and his rim protection.
All of those things you just mentioned, Kevin, are skills. He plays hard on both ends. Gafford can defend the paint. He's going to crash the glass. He's going to run the floor. Listen, figure out how you can fit and do your job.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's Dunn. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Dallas has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Thompson outside. Pass to Gafford. Now here's Davis. Gafford sets the pick for Davis. That doesn't go either for Davis. Leonard draws the double. Here's Dunn. That falls. Nice speed that time from Leonard. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, you've seen Kawhi evolve as a facilitator over the last several years. Love to see him setting up his teammates.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Ivica Zubac.
And he's been on the upswing offensively these past few months. And you know how much they love getting all those extra points out of him. He's been carrying a much bigger load lately, and I think he'll just continue to get better.
Dinwiddie passes to Washington. Back to Dinwiddie. Davis up top. Thompson outside. Pass to Gafford. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 5. And they double up Davis. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Stolen by Harden. All alone. And the jam by Harden.
Well, the theft by James Harden, and then the quick mind to get out in transition and beat everybody up the floor. Just tremendous two-way play.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Dallas again missing. Clippers leading by 10. Here's Leonard. Oh, the strength of Leonard.
This is the small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
It's Dinwiddie, top of the key. Pass to Washington. Just 5 to shoot. Shot to stop the run. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Well, Spencer Dinwiddie going to that floater game. It's second nature at this point.
And so Harden will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They host the Spurs after this one. And that'll be the 4th of this 5-game homestand. Powell for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Thompson outside. Overdone. Thompson misses. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Harden hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Harden's got 22.
This is the mark of a great scorer, the ability to not have any struggle making shots off the dribble. That is a hard thing to do, but James Harden makes it look easy.
And Davis wide open. He shoots. Bangs home the trifecta. Davis has got it back down to within single digits for the Mavs. Thanks to Zubac. Back to Harden. And the rejection by Gafford.
Boy, you see the great timing of Daniel Gafford on the defensive end.
Here's Davis, and Davis throws it down.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Harden outside. Here's Dunn. And the rejection by Gafford. To the inside. Davis, the pass to Gafford. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. And now it's only a 5-point Clipper lead.
And for his position, Davis, a solid distributor. He's one of the league's most unique players.
High post, Zubac. Gafford's there. Zubac, a screen on Washington. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, using the play to move the defense to his team's advantage. Go ahead, Norman Powell. Pretty pass.
Pass to Thompson. Dinwiddie, a screen on Dunn. Outside, Davis. From the elbow, and it's Dallas with another.
And how about the touch on that mid-range? Davis has that shot on automatic.
Done outside. Back to Harden. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
No good on that one.
James Harden brings tremendous versatility. He can score it. He can distribute. Whatever you need from him offensively, he can provide it.
Derek Jones, he's checked in for Dunn. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Najee Marshall comes in for Anthony Davis. Christie, he's checked in for P.J. Washington. And it's Williams in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And the second free throw, good.
When you have one of the great scorers in the history of the game, as you do with James Harden, obviously you want the ball in his hands as much as possible.
Now here's Williams. He's got 6. Inside, Klay Thompson.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Jones sets the pick for Powell. Harden outside. Beyond the arc. His 15th try is a miss. Now 9 for 15 from the floor.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
To the middle. The shot from the low post is good. Harden's got 25 points.
One of the great NBA players one-on-one in the history of the game, James Harden, has got a rhythm, and that's trouble.
Harden against Williams. Pass to Thompson. It's up a three. It's hauled in by Zubac.
In the first half, he was on fire from range, but he hasn't knocked one down since.
Over Williams. Harden missing again. Mavericks trail by 6. Marshall passes to Thompson. Williams with the ball. Back to Thompson. Takes a three. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. 23 points in the game.
The speed with which Klay Thompson gets to his shooting motion off the catch makes him as dangerous as anyone.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 2 minutes.
1:58 left in the third. And here's Harden for three. Mavericks with the rebound. Lively's got his 5th rebound in this one. Harden against Williams. Pass to Christie. Here's Lively. Another three for Dallas.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
L.A. has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Now Leonard. There's 1:17 left to play here in the third. To the paint. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Now this is just pick and roll action at its finest. The big man sets a solid screen, rolls to the cup, leads no doubt.
Pass to Williams. Inside. Dallas moving the ball around. Lively with it. Guarded by Harden. Thompson for the triple. Another three for Dallas.
How about Klay Thompson? A career average of north of 40%. You better get a hand up when he's in three-point territory.
Leonard looking around. Leonard draws the double. Outside, Jones. And here's Harden for three. It's rebounded by Dallas. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Williams against Harden. Thompson outside. Lively sets a screen for Thompson. Wants to get it to Lively and does.
Derek Lively at such a young age, such a good screener, and then gets to open space and finishes. Everything you want from a young big.
Kicks it out to Jones. Oh, good on the three. 3 quarters of play in it. Post-game here. Mavericks lead by 3. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Leonard and Jones slot in at the small and power forward. Bogdanovich out there with Dunn, and it's Simmons in at the center position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Simmons. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Boy, I tell you, you love to see Ben Simmons determined to score. Draws the whistle, gets an opportunity for the old-fashioned three-point play.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the three ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
And so Marshall will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Pass to Lively. Williams with the ball. Here's Christie. Dunn covering. Lively inside. Here's Christie. Williams for three. It's hauled in by Dunn. Dunn's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here is Simmons. That ball. Nice speed that time from Leonard. Leonard's got 5 assists tonight.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Christie. Down low. And finished off Lively.
Oh, my goodness. Not only a vertical threat, but a big-time finisher, Derek Lively.
Now done. Now here's Simmons. He's guarded by Williams. Kicks it out to Leonard. There's the triple. Leonard lets it rip from 3.
You set him up more often than not. Leonard will knock him down.
Mavericks trail by 3. Bounce pass from Williams. Outside Edwards. Pass to Christie. Now Lively. Outside Edwards. Pocket 6. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. But it's no good. Los Angeles leading by 3. Leonard with the ball. Guarded now by Marshall.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Christie. Outside Edwards. Off target from 3-point range. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Back to Simmons. And they double up Simmons. Jones for 3. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Now it's a 6-point Clipper lead.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Lively a screen on Simmons. Williams passes to Lively. Andrew Eubanks gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Bogdanovich is checked in for Los Angeles. The Mavericks also with a sub. Hardy's checked in. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Lively sets a screen for Williams to the inside. And finished off by Lively.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
On the wing, Jones. Pass to Leonard. Over Marshall. And it's Leonard missing. Mavericks trail by 4. On the wing, Williams. 4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Marshall for 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. To the paint, here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
And finished off by Lively.
Well, Mr. Lively might be the best catch and finisher in the alley-oop situation. That's a dunk, folks.
Clippers leading by 4. Outside Bogdanovich. Down low, here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Here's Hardy after the Clippers pick up 2. Six on the shot clock. And it's in there.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
And that's cash. Bogdanovich is a legitimate threat to burn you from that mid-range.
Liveliest screen on dime. Down against Williams. Out to the right wing. And Marshall kicks to Edwards. Fires the 3. Sinks the triple. Edwards got himself on the board with 3 there.
Listen, everyone knows what kind of shooter this guy is. Just his presence on the floor creates space.
Pass to Simmons. Bogdanovich inside. Clippers moving the ball around. Shoots over Hardy. Bogdanovich, no luck. Mavericks trailed by 3. And here is Marshall. Here's Williams. Shot's good. Marshall making the play.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Timeout.
They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He knows every possession is critical now.
Coming onto the court is your Clippers.
A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Simmons. Norman Powell comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's James Harden in for Chris Dunn. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. Coach was really hyping up his guys and told them, this is what it's all about, fellas. You're in this spot for a reason. Go out and take this win. See if they can follow those instructions, guys.
All right, David, thanks.
Daniel Gafford is a vertical threat at the cup. Look out below.
Here's Powell. Zubac, a screen on Thompson. Floats one up. And the dunk by Zubac.
You love to see Zubac get after it on the window. Use that size and strength.
Mavericks trail by 3. Pass to Washington. To the middle.
Not someone you want to send to the foul line. Klay Thompson is nearly automatic from there.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Clippers?
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chance points. Impressive.
That free throw good from Thompson.
Well, Thompson is known for that shooting ability, but deserves more recognition for his defense. He's got the size, the lateral quickness, and most importantly, the desire defensively.
Donnie's checked in for the Clippers. And so Thompson nails both of them.
Well, the pure shooting stroke is the first thing you think of with Klay Thompson. But I think as impressive is what he gives you on the defensive end of the floor. Klay Thompson is as hard a worker as there is in the NBA.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Second team foul. At the line for 2, Kawhi Leonard.
first free throw is good.
I think one thing you love about Kawhi Leonard, this guy never gets too high, never gets too low, but he is the ultimate competitor because he competes at the highest level regardless of the situation.
Leonard hits them both.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Dinwiddie with it. In the corner, it's Gafford. Pass to Dinwiddie. Outside, Davis. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots over Leonard. And Davis can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 3. Zubac, the pass to Harden. And here's Leonard. He's guarded by Davis. Leonard finagling one in close.
Once Kawhi Leonard gets to the interior, this guy's so tough to keep from scoring.
Outside, Davis. Davis setting the pick for Washington. Offline with his 3. LA's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Done outside. Harden the pass to Zubac. Right side, Leonard. Here's Dunn. Second chance shot, and it's Zubac raked it in. And it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Dinwiddie against Harden. Right side, Davis. Over Leonard. And he can't bank that one in. Powell inside. Washington's on him. Back to Leonard. Zubac with the screen for Leonard. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, if you allow Zubac positioning near the cup, look out. This is what you can expect.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team.
Let's hear it, fans. Time to get loud for your Clippers Breakers. And those are Clippers Breakers. Let me hear you get loud for them.
Here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Davis. Trying to end the drought. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists tonight. Now Leonard. For Davis. Leonard dishes to Dunn. Now Powell. He's covered by Washington. Dunn kicks to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, primarily known as a scorer, Kawhi Leonard using his playmaking skills to set up his teammates there.
Mavericks trail by 9. Now here's Dinwiddie. Davis with it. Gafford inside. Zubac defending. Now Davis from downtown. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has gotten his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. It's Powell with the drive. Zubac the pass to Dunn. Zubac, bounce pass, the 3 from Harden. A rebound by Washington. The Mavericks shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Thompson passes to Gafford. And the rejection by Zubac.
How about Zubac? Works so hard on the defensive end. Nicely done.
Zubac, a screen on Washington. Powell. And Davis pulls it down. And the Mavericks with possession. They trail by 9 points. 35 seconds left to play here in the fourth. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Yeah, certainly. If they just play smart, this game's over. And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester. And that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kawhi. The defense, of course, keyed in on slowing you down tonight, but your teammates stepped up. How important is that for you?
It feels great, you know. That's what a championship team is about. You know, when your star's not going or they double teaming you, then you got other guys knocking out big shots like they did tonight.
The others came correct, man, and you got the dub. Congrats. Back to you.
All right, DA, thanks again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now, our player of the game, James Harden.